All right, welcome everybody to Illegitimate Game. Y'all seen me alone a few times, but today we're gonna do an interview with my brothers, Mike and Tyler, Kvng Mike, the artist.
What's up? What's up?
And his business partner, Tyler.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, we all brothers in Christ, so
Yes,
we're
sir.
here together. We're gonna talk about Jesus. We're gonna talk about music,
Yes, sir, for sure.
faith, and family.
Yes, sir.
So everybody enjoy this talk. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we're gonna get into it. So what's up, gentlemen?
What's up? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Blessed. God is good. Free and wise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right.
Yeah, you work today?
Nah, supposed to, but I decided to hit the gym and do this instead. So it worked out for me.
Yeah, I missed the gym today though. What's up, man?
I just chilled today, basically, and we went to go hoop for a little bit, then ran some errands, and now we here.
Yeah, I remember we used to ball at Rockwood in Manchester. Where y'all was at?
Yeah.
We be at the Y now.
At the Y?
Yeah, Manchester. Well, we used to hoop at Rockwood, but I don't know. Being outside with the bugs and stuff, all right, I don't care too much for that.
Yo, the bugs. You don't like the bugs either?
No, I hate bugs. Part of the reason why I quit my job now, I'm like, I can't be outside now.
And the gnats be crazy.
Yeah.
So you couldn't have an outdoor job either?
I don't know. I had to try it first, and try it first before I knock it.
Yeah, my first job was cutting grass. My brother started a business in the neighborhood, and he had so many yards, I had to cut some.
Oh, yeah.
So I started outside.
Yeah.
And if I didn't get that money, I couldn't get no haircut. So
Yeah.
Man, I was just in landscaping. Then I went to work at Stanley Steamer. So my last two jobs have been outdoors, and it's not fun. I mean, when you need the money, that you'll do it.
yeah.
But the whole time you're like, nah, I can't. But yeah, it's not worth it working outside. So
There's more than one way to get your money though.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, so but let's we talk about. I met y'all at church, and like I told y'all before, I love the young guys. Y'all keep me inspired as an old man. Somebody, 40 ain't old, but it's old. But how y'all walk this out? How y'all walk the faith out at your age?
I say it's really my parents, the people, my spiritual authority. Like, they instilled in me at a young age, like, this is what we do. Like, if you in my house, we gonna serve the Lord. Like, that's always been, like, especially my dad, like, this is instilling that in me at a young age. So that's gonna stick with me for the rest of my life. And I try to show the light of God to other people, that everybody I come in contact with.
Other people your age?
Yes, sir. Like my coworkers.
Yeah. Oh, your coworkers?
Yeah, coworkers.
So you witnessing that work?
Yeah, and school, classmates and everybody.
Let me ask you this then. When you do it at work, how do you do it? Do you ask questions? Do they come to you?
It's something that come to me about just life problems, and I ask God for wisdom. How should I approach the situation?
Yeah.
And they just see the light of God through me. Like, they always come to me like, "Hey man, I'm going through this. I just messed up. I just did something wrong." But yeah, I just look at it as a blessing.
So you the like Jesus was talking about, you the light on the hill at your job?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a blessing that people look at me like.
You do a lot of witnessing too?
I try. Like, I do it an orthodox way. Like, I'll just be blunt. I'll be myself. They'll know who I am. They'll know like who I am, like, spiritually. Like, I'm very straightforward when I meet new people at a job or something like that.
Yeah.
And then once they get to know me, I form like a connection with them or a bond with them, and I'll just straight up ask them like, what are you doing on Sunday? And they'll say nothing or something like that. And I'll just invite them, like, have you ever been to a church or something like that? And they're like, I don't know if I like church, or they say, I don't have a problem with it. And they'll just say either they'll come, they'll give it a chance, and usually spiral down to me talking about God through that too. So it's just, that's my way of doing it.
Yeah. Where'd your faith come from? Like, how did it start for you?
Yeah, same with him. Just my mom instilled in me at a young age, and just I've been, going to our church for my whole life, and just seeing things being done in church, seeing the Bible being lived out in real life, or stuff that's in the Bible, I've seen it in real life. Yeah. And it's like just confirmation after confirmation. So my faith is just high from that.
Wow, seeing the demonstration.
Yeah, just seeing.
Did y'all ever question it? Did you ever wake up one day like, I'm gonna be a Muslim for a week? Like, do you ever question it?
Well, me personally, not that I can recall. Like, it's just like Tyler was saying, seeing the Bible lived out is just everything like we talk about, like seeing miracles, signs, and wonders.
Yeah.
How can I not believe this? Like, that's how it pretty much is.
Yo, that's awesome. That's awesome. Because right around when I was about 16 to 17, like every question in the world came up.
Yeah.
And I tried to find flaws in Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot of other stuff going on, you know, personal stuff, family stuff. I was in the neighborhood with there was a lot of violence. You know, it wasn't a lot of killing. You know, I didn't see dead bodies every day.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like New York or LA with the gangs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot of violence, and all my friends were selling drugs.
Yeah.
So I went through that period about 16 to 17 where I had questions about everything.
Yeah.
So when questions do come up at your age, like how do you handle the questions when they do come?
What do you mean, like?
Like if you ever, like when you see other kids, well, excuse me, y'all 20, not kids. When you see other young people your age who are not Christians, and then they try to challenge it, or if you do have a doubt in your faith because maybe you had a bad day or whatever, how do you not slip?
I say, I don't know, I guess prayer. It's prayer keeps me grounded.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying, like everybody gonna have a bad day. Like we all gonna slip up, we all gonna make mistakes. And yeah, just gotta pray about everything. Yeah.
Yeah, how you handle it?
It just, for me, it's hard for like, so when you like live in this is like all you know, like you know, Mike, my best friend, is like all my friends are in it. It's like a lifestyle.
Yeah, that too.
It's beyond it just being like me going to church. It's literally my life. So it's hard to say like have questions about changing my whole lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think I don't know if it's the same for him, but like that's probably why it's so easy for us to stay into it and like not have questions and stuff because it's our life. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So that's what I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, because everything you're saying is exactly what we're supposed to be practicing. Like you said, the demonstration, family. Yes, you have people around you doing the same thing. Because like everybody says, you are a reflection of your 5 best friends.
That's right.
So if all your friends are walking with God, you're going to walk with God as best we can.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the opposite of the situation I was in. I had all kinds of people around me. You know, and one of the mistakes, it's a gift and a curse, being able to relate to people. But the problem is, there's this tendency to go into their world. Yeah. Because you want to be friends, you want to relate. But like the Bible says, you know, evil communications corrupt good manners. I strayed way too far. So when y'all meet other young people, you know, you want to be down, you want to have friends, you want to experience the world. But there's always that tendency to stray too far.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it's kind of hard to like know what somebody should do in a situation. Cause like, you know what I'm saying, I come in contact with people like I never been in that situation. Like I grew up in a 2-parent household, go to church, and they pretty much lost souls. So it's kind of hard to get them advice. But I just pray about it and ask God to give me wisdom on how I should move forward with the situation.
Yeah, because I remember times when I was in high school, I would have friends who wanted to spend the night on the weekends. And my parents would always tell them, if they stay Saturday night, they have to go to church Sunday. Yeah. Well, some of them wouldn't even come. Because, you know, their house had different rules.
Yeah. So
on Sunday morning, you just automatically get up.
Yeah.
That's the culture now.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so it's, how'd y'all become business partners? How'd that work out?
Well, actually, I became close with Tyler. Cause you know how our church got the school, the co-op. We became close. I think I was like 12 and 14, started becoming close. And then I don't remember how like he heard about my music. I think I just showed you one day. Can't remember.
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I don't remember, but it just came like stumbled upon like, and he heard about my music. He like, this is actually fire. Like even when other people like, I don't know about that. That ain't kind of trash. Now, but Ty been there through thick and thin, and he just believed in me and saw the potential. So he a real day one.
What made you a believer?
I mean, I just feel I have this thing where I can like just see the future in certain things.
Yeah.
And just like I can just tell like he not like these other guys. Well, he started it always been good. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like he even make his own beats and he make his lyrics and stuff, put it all together himself. And just like, man, this guy's talented. And beyond that, we friends, you know. So it's like, I just stuck by him because like that's just the type of friend I am. And then when it comes down to the business side of things, I like to talk a lot. And I'm a talker. He's not so much a talker, you know, in the past or whatever. So that just came into play when we needed something to get done. I was the guy that would go to that person that we wanted a favor from, or we wanted to get this thing done. I would be the negotiator or the person that, you know, talks for Mike, you know, to get that set up. So he made the music, and I get the stuff set up and make the moves happen.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you gotta know your gifts and talent, because some people are good at administration, like you said. Some people are just creative.
Yeah.
Because that's how I am. Because I don't like computers that much, but I need them. Mm-hmm. But I still like to write. You know, I used to write poems and rap and stuff like that. Yeah. But I know I can be creative, even when I write up lessons for teaching and things like that. But as far as like the video editing and all the paperwork, sometimes that stuff give me headaches.
Yeah.
Like So, you always had that gift for administration or negotiating?
I would say just like, I don't know. I think so. I think I always been like that. I would say it's a combination of overthinking and I always just pray for like, I always pray for wisdom. Like, I always pray for wisdom, always pray for wisdom. Yeah. Because that's, you know, I feel like just having wisdom is just powerful in general. Right. So I just feel like God's giving me the wisdom that I'm praying for to be able to speak and to minister to others. Yeah. Or even try to convince others of what I'm trying to get done based on his music, like talking to them, trying to, you know, negotiate or get them to want it, like a salesperson or something like that. I'm trying selling it or something like that.
Wow. So you thought about business school?
I thought about it, but I'm not sure when it comes down to school. But I think all I need is really connections. Like, school is good and stuff, you know, but if you just have the drive and you put it out there, you have the connections, you just go out and do it yourself, I think you can be successful without school. But definitely school is probably something I need to look into. But
you take courses, Don't even need a degree later.
Yeah, especially with everything online now. You can work it in your own little schedule. Yeah. Because I know they got a good business school at the University of Richmond. I know about that one. Yeah. And I'm sure VCU got everything. They got their own little city over there. So.
Not for real.
But business school, especially at 20, right?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Yeah, 20. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Something to think about.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it.
It's a commitment, too.
Yeah, it is.
My son, he's sick of school already. He about to graduate in May.
Yeah.
And we was talking the other day. He's burning out because he's getting to the end now. He tired.
Yeah, you ready to graduate.
Yeah, because I was telling him to go get your master's. He's like, yo, I need a break. Like, school, you know, it's a commitment.
That is.
Yeah, so how long you been creative? Like, when did you find out you like music and creating? When did you find out?
I mean, I've always been writing like poems and songs. I've been doing that since I was like 7 or 8. But I started like recording myself and making beats when I was like 12. And at first, it was like a little hobby. My parents like, okay, it's a cool little, he doing his little music thing. But I don't know, probably like recently, that's when I can actually do this. Like, I can do this. I want to do this for a living and for a career. Like, I don't want a 9 to 5. I want to just make music, make beats, and produce for people. So it's just, my whole life I've been creative, making music. Just that's how I've been.
Who inspired you? Like, did you see a rapper on TV? Where'd it come from?
Growing up, I mean, I didn't listen to Christian rap as much when I was like younger. Yeah. I listened to people like Kurt Franklin, Ty Tribbett. Yeah. When I started getting older, I got my own phone and stuff. Started dabbling, listening to Lecrae, Andy Mineo, and they just inspired me. I was like, dang, I wanna rap like them. I wanna be like them.
So it was always the Christian rappers?
Yeah, Christian rap. That just caught my attention. Yeah. And I know it's something different. Like, it's not as big as like I was like worship music and stuff. Like you seen like Maverick City, Elevation Worship, they get like
they blowing up.
They get like a lot, and Christian rap is not as big as it, in a sense. So I just want to make it bigger.
That's definitely it's definitely bigger than it was when I was your age.
Yeah.
Because when I was 20, I can't even remember who was rapping back then. Like the first big ones that I can remember was the group out of Philly. It was Fanatic and Ambassador, the Cross Movement.
Yeah, I think I heard about
those. Those were like the first big ones I can remember.
Yeah.
And I want to say that was probably 2005, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was 27 at that point. I can't remember their first album, but it was around 2005 when I heard about them. Y'all remember them, Cross Movement?
I heard about them, but I don't remember. I
don't recall.
Yeah, that was a few minutes ago. But that was because like when I fell in love with music, you know, it was back in the 80s, and it was, you know, the secular people. Like Curtis Blow made that song, Basketball.
Yeah.
I know you heard that one.
Basketball, my favorite sport.
Yeah, basketball. Yeah, they play that in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
He was one of the first early rappers back in like 78, 1982.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Fat Boys came out. Then I know y'all remember LL Cool J. He was big.
Yeah, I heard about it,
Yeah, he was big. So I was kind of inspired by, you know, the secular rap. But even then, back then, it wasn't as violent and crazy as it is now.
Yeah, that's true. It's just, you know, crazy now.
Yeah, it's borderline demonic now. You can't even enjoy it. Like sometimes I want to enjoy a song, but then they always got to say something crazy.
Yeah, it's sad.
Shoot, kill.
That's what get the views. That's what is entertainment at the end of the day.
That's shock value.
Yeah.
I just want some good music.
Yeah.
Can you get something good and, you know what I mean, just enjoy it, something I can play around my children.
Yeah.
Like I get in the car with my mom, if I want to hear a song, like you can't even turn the radio on.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of crazy now.
That's so true.
So this I was talking to Mike earlier before you got here. And I was like, if you walk around the mall and you see other young people and you want to talk to them about God, like how do you share with them why Jesus is the way?
So if I were like just going out there to do that, like if I would
I mean, if you see other young people and they're like, oh, y'all Christians, what does that mean? Like, how do you share that with people your age?
I mean,
because they might not know y'all rapping. So, you know what I mean? How do you?
So we were just like, I'm trying to figure out the full context. So it was like, if I didn't know them and.
Yeah, you just talking to people your age about Jesus.
I would just say like, why Jesus? I mean, there's a lot of reasons why Jesus, like, you know, just you gotta know who Jesus is first, like, lover of our souls, you know, savior, all that. So it's like, that's why, like, because Jesus, you know, died for us, you know what I'm saying? So, if I was trying to explain to them to come to church, I would just say because of who Jesus is, you know, go through the gospel, you know, explain that to them, get them to understand who Jesus is first, and then from there, that's when you continue to witness to them, build that connection with them, keep it moving from there.
Yeah, how do you explain Jesus? Like, who is he?
I just show him he's a loving God. I mean, a loving son of God. He's just loving, like, cause everybody need love. You don't want to come across with people like, oh, if you don't change your ways, you're gonna go to hell. You just gotta come off as loving.
Can't start with hell.
Yeah, can't start with that. They're gonna drive him away. So you just gotta show them that Jesus is love, and then that's gonna draw them to you and make them more curious and go from there, like witness to them. Go from there.
Yeah, you can't walk around the mall telling people they're going to hell, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, yo, do that.
And not the way.
That's not gonna work. You gotta love them first.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Just build connection, like I said, just build that connection. That's what I was told. You want to be friends, because you know even Jesus ate, you know, people that wasn't a part of his thing, you know,
ministry. Yeah.
So it's just like you just gotta love them, you know what I'm saying? Spend that time with them, build that connection, and then from there, just show yourself, show him through you, and stuff like that, and then they'll eventually come.
Yeah, because something I learned with witnessing when I was on fire is find the person's need.
Yeah.
Like when you talking about your coworkers having problems, like what is the need? What's going on? What are you missing in life?
Yeah, that's right. You
know, especially that is one friend of mine. He just woke up one day and decided to get tattoos, and within like a year, he probably had 20 of them. So it's like, what's driving you to do that?
Yeah.
Because there's always something driving you to your chronic behavior.
It's deeper than the surface level.
It's always something. Even the gym, like you can go overboard with the gym. I had a year like that where I used to be in the gym lifting weights till 2 a.m. because I was running from something. I didn't know it was Jesus at the time because I literally couldn't sleep. At the time, I didn't know I was running from God. I just thought I was, doing me.
Yeah.
Because I had quit smoking, and then I hit the gym, and I'd just be working out all day and night. Come home, eat. I might sleep maybe an hour or two. Run right back to the gym. Because it was, something on the inside wasn't settled.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have that peace.
Right.
So being able to identify what you need, and then proving that Jesus can provide that need.
Yeah.
So it's you heard about apologetics? You ever read about that?
Yeah, apologetics?
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard of it.
Okay. It's what theologians do. They find questions that the world has, and then they prove it with the Bible.
Oh, okay.
So when people talk about evolution, life after death, the abortion issue, and they'll debate secular commentators about it.
Yeah.
So I studied a lot of that stuff for a while because it helps you explain the Bible to people that don't know the Bible.
Yeah.
So that's something that I believe it made me a better Christian because it gave me more answers.
I'm gonna look into that for sure.
Yeah, apologetics.
Yeah, really neat.
Because it's being able to find the question to I said it backwards. Being able to find the answer to every question in the Bible, it just made my faith better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had major questions, like what's purpose in life? What's your purpose in life?
A purpose in life?
Yeah, what's yours?
I mean, I know everybody's purpose technically to win souls to the Lord.
Yeah.
I feel called to do music. To win souls through my music. For that call from a few years ago, I was praying. I was at a conference and I was praying. But beforehand, I was praying like, God, what's my purpose? What's your will?
Hold on, let me cut you out. I'm gonna cut nicely. I'm gonna say this nicely. Both of y'all keep talking about praying. I was not praying when I was 19 to 20 years old. Now I'm gonna let you finish the statement. I just wanted to commend y'all real quick. Everybody watching, pray. These men keep saying prayer. They're saying that for a reason. I'm happy about this.
It's the way.
Y'all making me want to pray more.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Go ahead, finish. What you about to say?
And I
about
just
your purpose in life.
I was asking God like, what's your will for my life?
Yeah.
And God don't always answer us immediately, but I was just praying. I was at a conference called Illuminate Conference. It's at the Peninsula Pentecostal.
Oh, yeah, Newport News. Okay.
Yeah, Newport News. And I was praying at the altar. I was just praying not slaying the spirit, but I was speaking in tongues. And this man came up to me. I didn't know him at all, and he just prayed for me use your talents and gifts for the kingdom. And instantly I knew what God was talking about. Music, that's my gift. Amen. So I just knew from then on that's my calling. And even though I still do get previously I still do get kind of discouraged, be like, dang, should I really be doing this? But then I kind of just think about that instance, and especially what Pastor Jason, the message he just preached, the detours to Rome.
Detours to Rome.
He was like, so there's gonna be obstacles. There's gonna be Paul was supposed to preach to Rome, but he got caught on the ship. Yeah. And that just encouraged me. I know there's gonna be obstacles in the way. There's gonna be stumbling blocks, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna get to where God want me to be. That's how I look at it. It really spoke to me, touched me.
It's not gonna be easy, right?
Yes, sir. Very challenging.
How you identify your purpose in life, or do you know yet?
I would say my purpose in life is just ministering to others, helping others. That's where I just find my most efficient, and just any in a capacity, whether it be with his music or somebody else's talent, or helping around the church, or just helping, just ministering to others and stuff. So I think, especially young people, I think that's my purpose in life, just ministering to young people and just kind of guide them and show them what's right from wrong and stuff like that. Just keep them in church.
So counselor, mentor type?
Yeah.
And a businessman? Because you got to get your money.
Yeah.
You got to get the money, right?
Got to get the money,
yeah. But I kind of, I remember the mentor part, because you were building with my son at the youth camp this summer. At actually that was last. Wow, time be flying.
Nah, it do.
Wow, that was last summer. That was July.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, them 8 months went. Wow. Yeah, I just said this year. That was July last year.
Oh wow.
Time be flying, man.
Like,
Yeah.
when you was saying Quran about to graduate, I like, dang, it's already been 4 years.
Yeah, because he was in the group with y'all for a minute.
Yeah.
Yo, let's get back to the important part. Prayer.
Yeah, prayer.
When did prayer become your fuel? Y'all explain that to me. How do you? Because I don't even hear I ain't trying to insult anybody. But as much as y'all talked about prayer in the last 15, 20 minutes, a lot of people my age don't talk about prayer that much. How did prayer become y'all fuel?
Dude, like I was saying, my dad, my parents, they just instilled in me like,
Yeah.
we're gonna pray. It's prayer. Whenever you got any need, any situation, just pray. Obviously, you go to spiritual authority about it, like people you trust. But sometimes God will speak directly to you. And I learned that at a young age.
And you know that now at 19.
Yes, sir. I'm blessed. Blessing. Yes,
that's
sir.
Powerful. How did prayer become your fuel?
Yeah, just the power you feel from it, you know, and the comfort you feel from it, like in the sense of relief that you know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, the right thing, like especially say you pray in the morning, like it just fuels your day, drives you, it helps your mental, it gives you peace, gives you power, gives you boldness and stuff like that. So just prayer, just a huge part, you know, just having that relationship with God in general. The only way you can speak to God is through prayer. You gotta pray. That's true. You know, building that relationship.
At what age did that click for you? Do you remember? Can you pick a moment like prayer's my gas? Like, do you know?
I feel like just not I say always, but maybe like you know, since I was young, like elementary maybe. I always just knew. You know, I grew up in the same church all the time, and they always preached prayer. And when I did pray, it always gave me the same feeling. Yeah. Just the empowerment, the strength, the peace that come from it. Yeah. Stuff like that. The wisdom that come from it.
Oh yeah. Like kind of piggyback on what he's saying, like elementary school. I just love seeing like playing kids, like they having revivals, like they all speaking in tongues, crying.
Yeah, kids. Y'all be having fun like that.
Nah, it just like, dang, it's powerful. God worked through kids too. Like you don't, like a lot of people think like when you go to prayer, maybe the old thou art Father in heaven. Like now you just talk to him regular. Like I talked to Tyler. Yeah. Just tell God how what went on during your day, and just speak to him like a friend, cause you're a friend that closer than a brother. I mean, yeah.
You said it right.
Yeah, I said it right.
Even if it was wrong, it's still true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still God.
Yeah.
Because my thing, like earlier when you said overthinking, I started smiling because, like when we was talking about purpose in life, I always knew I was a philosopher, teacher, analytical type person. Mm-hmm. That's how I fell in love with chess. But this is the mistake I would make. It's good, like I said, everything's a gift and a curse. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would spend hours trying to find the answer myself, and sometimes I would get it. Yeah. But the problem with that is I wouldn't pray when I needed to pray. So there are times when God wants you to use your muscle and think and fight and stand up and do a push-up or something, you know what I mean? But there are other times when you could just say, God, I need, and you'll get it in 5 seconds. Yeah. So with me always depending on my own mind and my own research and my books and whoever I could call and get a word from, I wouldn't go to him first. Yeah. But when I've learned to go to him first all the time, even when I do the research, it's easier. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, y'all learn this now. I was probably 40 when I figured it out. Even when I was 28, when I first got saved, and I was telling you about apologetics, I was praying, but I was still doing the work myself. Mm-hmm. So it turned into I'm trying to think the right way to explain it. It would turn into okay, God, I'm going this way. Help me go this way. Yeah. But God's supposed to be what?
Number one. Yeah.
He's supposed to be the shepherd.
He's a shepherd. Yeah.
So I'm the sheep walking with the shepherd instead of behind him. Mm-hmm. And we're men. There's a time to go forward first, but we should always pray first. Yeah. Like even when David was fighting Goliath, he trusted God to go with him.
That's right.
See, I would have hit Goliath first and then said, God help me, and I probably would have lost.
Yeah.
So
sometimes it be like that.
yeah, learning how to temper that. I don't want to call it macho, but learning how to temper that masculinity with the spirit. That's the perfect thing. But that's why I'm super excited when y'all say pray first. Because if you just pray first and it becomes automatic, you ain't got to worry about it no more.
No, that's right.
So learning that at this age, y'all got a good future.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm for real. Y'all started early. Like, it's just going to get better. And I was talking to one of the brothers at the church the other day about how when God's filling you at this age, you're also going to have an assignment coming. Because he don't waste nothing.
Yeah.
So y'all might be pastors by 30 years old. God's giving you all this. I mean, matter of fact, let me ask you this. Y'all thought about the mission field? You ever thought about going on mission trips?
Not really, not.
I thought about going to AYC. I might still go. Cause at first I was like, man, I don't feel called to. But then I thought about like everybody called to evangelize technically. You know, not saying everybody called to be a missionary, but we all supposed to spread the gospel. So I don't know. I'm thinking about going to AYC trip like sometime next year.
But that's something I wish I did earlier. Because I had a chance to go to Nicaragua about 10 years ago. But they stayed for 6 months. Was it 6 weeks? No, I think it was 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
And at that time, I couldn't leave my wife and kids that long. So I didn't get my chance to go to Nicaragua. But that's something. Then, I started coaching football. Both my kids play ball. So time just went by.
Yeah.
So I wish I had went on some mission trips already.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, I mean, y'all got a bright future though. Because God's giving you all this early.
Yeah, thank you.
Like y'all could be pastors, evangelists, like Mike Easter. Y'all can be traveling and teaching, and doing your music too.
Yes, sir.
When God's filling you, you have an assignment coming. Like how do y'all see yourselves in the kingdom? I know you already said your purpose.
Yeah.
But how do y'all see it? Like teaching in church, teaching outside, prison ministry. What do y'all see?
I can see myself like speaking to the youth. I can see myself in that aspect.
Yeah. At high schools or elementary schools, stuff like that?
Yeah. And maybe like young adults. Yeah, probably that.
Yeah, you ever see yourself working inside the church or in the street, stuff like that?
Currently, I mean, I'm youth staff. I'm a part of the staff, like on our youth.
Yeah.
So I just see myself, continue to do that and just getting better at it. Trying to grow the youth, trying to keep the youth in church. Because, with the youth, like, I think it's like percentage, like 1 out of 10, maybe like 3 out of 10 going to stay. Like when it comes down to youth. Yeah. So just like trying to get that number to, go up, more people staying, more kids staying in truth, and making sure they don't have any reason to stray, So I feel that's my calling, just to help them stay in it, in the water in it.
Oh, so like if one of the teens didn't come to church for 3 weeks, you call them up and go see them?
We have a program going on like that now for our staff. Yeah. That keeping track of the people that's coming, people that's not coming. So we're starting to do that now. So that's part of it.
Yeah, because y'all right about that retention rate. People do fall off.
Yeah, I heard like 70%.
It's true.
It's a large number.
Because I remember when we took my son to college, because he went to school in Pennsylvania. First thing I did, we went to the where his dorms were. We met the football coach. We did all that. And something told me on the way out, find a church. Yeah. So while we was walking around the campus, thank God for Google sometimes. I was Googling all these churches, and I went through a list. And there was a church about a mile from the campus. So before we left, we drove up to the church. And me, my son, my wife was there. I went inside and talked to a few people and introduced them to my son. Then they introduced him to one of the youth leaders, because they had like a little young adult group in the basement or something. So I made sure I did that first when I took him to school. Yeah, just so he wouldn't have an excuse. Yeah. Because at 19, you never know. Yeah. So I was like, now you got a connect. And then God is good, because that church, they actually had a ministry on campus. So they would have Bible studies like once a week on campus.
That made it easier.
Thank you, exactly.
Made it easy for him.
Because I was, it's easy to just, you're an adult now, let them go. I just felt like as a father, let me do my duty. Yeah. if he doesn't go, it's on him.
Yeah, that's true.
But being a leader, like you said, you still want to help and at least. And when you're 19, there's a lot going on anyway.
Nah, your mind.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, because he did track and football in college, so he was always busy. But I wanted to connect him spiritually, so.
That's good.
Then whenever he come back home, we visit the church, so.
Yes, sir.
It's just staying this, when you know Jesus at an early age, when you miss it, you know what I'm saying, like, I need to get back right.
Yeah.
But if you never know him, then you probably walk away a little better.
Yeah.
So would y'all say y'all foundation early got you locked in?
Yes, sir.
100%.
Yes, sir.
Foundation. Yeah, because I heard you talk about spiritual authority a few times. So you had some good mentors coming up other than your family?
Oh, yeah, like a lot of, cause I grew up, in a single mom household, so a lot of the men in the church helped her in a way, like teaching me how a man of God should act, how a man of God should live, what a man of God should do. So I grew up with good, mentors that way, like Brother Fitz,
Yeah, good people.
he really helped with the gladiators, just and boys in general. He helped with that class, making sure we read our Bible, making sure we did stuff like clothes wise, hygiene wise. He just instilled in us all that stuff from a young age.
Wow.
That class started at like 12. I'm actually thinking about starting it back up with me being the, but
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, you just said it. You just said it. So you might be the one.
Been thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know what that means.
Trying to get to work.
Yeah. So yeah, mentors too. I know your older brother. Like, did he get on you a little bit?
Yeah. We had a car ride home. He asked me about some spiritual things.
Yeah.
But also, like, he's saying Brother Fitz, Brother David, Brother Fitz, Brother David. Yes, now Brother Victor, spiritual authority.
Yeah, the hyphen group. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So both y'all active with the hyphen group?
What do you mean by like active? Like we in it?
Yeah, because I know they have events like once or twice a month, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we actually got one coming up. April 1st? We're going to DC, so that should be fun.
Oh yeah, DC. Yeah.
Got a little field trip planned out, so we're gonna do that. We just had a hyphen event, like a hyphen connect, where a hyphen from around Virginia came. Yeah. And that was really good. So.
Oh, that was the night y'all was doing karaoke and all that, right?
Yep.
I didn't get to go, but.
Oh, you missed it?
Yeah, I missed it, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah, I seen a few videos of the karaoke. Like, you was doing it too? You was up there singing?
No. Now, if he would have came, I probably would have got up there doing his songs, but nah. I just watched. Yeah. It was a good show. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, I saw a few videos, but I'm not hyping no more.
Yeah.
Nah, if I was 25. Matter of fact, somebody said that in church the other day, talking about going back in time. Was it Klein? Was that Pastor Klein?
It was Pastor Jason.
Jason said it.
Yeah, he was talking about going back in time.
Yeah. This is what I think about. There's a part of you that always wants to go back. Like, yo, I wish I could be 18 again. I wish I could be 21 again.
Yeah.
But that scares me because if you could go back in time, would you be a better person? Or would you go back and try to do more because you got a second chance?
I would do more. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, I'd do more too.
I think about that because, and I'm trying to look at it from the positive and negative way, because if you can go back and start over with the knowledge you have now, what kind of person would you be? Would you be a better person?
Yeah.
I would say yeah.
Yeah. Be more advanced.
But I probably wouldn't want to go back because if I go back, I'm going back to when I didn't have a car, didn't have money. So I mean, I think I just stay my age now, and just move forward from here. Cause I'm still young, so. But about going back to what? Man, that's me 13, 15. Nah, I wouldn't go back to that. Nah, I probably put into Bitcoin. If I knew about Bitcoin, I was like, that's the only thing I would probably be like, invest in this, and I would just put all my money into it.
Yeah, because the thing that scares me about going back is learning those lessons again.
Yeah.
Because I learned so much from 20 to 40. It's like, do I really want to experience them lessons again? That's the part that scares me. Now, at 20, 19, y'all got some stories to tell, I'm sure. But at 40 and going back to 20, and I'm trying to say this the most positive way, because I don't want to scare people either. But if you know you had to go back and learn them lessons again, you would not want to learn those lessons again. So now I might be lying and cheating and conniving and scheming not to learn those lessons again.
Yeah, it's true.
So I think I'd be a worse person, because now I'm trying to avoid it. And that's when you become a cheater and a schemer. And it's like, I'm praying to God, but I got another chance, so maybe I don't need God this time. I can figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
I never
scares
thought
me.
about it like that. That's a valid point.
Because we have...
Oh yeah, that's true. I said something about money wise, I'll be set.
Yeah, just think. Because if you knew you can go back and invest in Bitcoin, you'd be first in line, and then you would try to set it.
Yeah.
You would try to... You would try to create Bitcoin. And you'd be like the dude... Who's that guy in South Carolina? He created a fake Bitcoin, and he ran up to like
Dogecoin? Dogecoin?
That's his name?
No. I just thought I just said the name of the.
Yeah, cause he ended up he ran it up. I think it was like $7 billion, some of that. Then he disappeared. He faked his death. Yeah. A lot of those Bitcoin people. A lot of it was scams.
Yeah.
Cause they created all these different Bitcoins and because everything was on the computer and had a fake name behind the account, people invested all their money with him, but then he faked his death and disappeared.
Man, that's terrible.
Yeah, so when I think about going back in time, like I said, it sounds good. We see it in movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But knowing the Bible and knowing God, you have to learn these lessons.
You have to.
So I think about, do I really want to learn them lessons again? Or be content where I'm at right now? You know, and I ain't talking about, you know, even with the sinful stuff I did, it's like, well, if I can get away with that, I can go back and do this. So I wonder all the time, because in reality, you can't go back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe God gave us a gift. Because, like, you know, you play a video game, you get shot, you can just hit the reset button. If you could do that in real life, would you be a better person?
Yeah.
So
I guess you trying to say if you went back in time, it would be easier not to need God. Because just like in a video game, you get killed, you can just reset it yourself. You know better with your own knowledge. You know better how to finish the game with your own knowledge without.
yeah,
I see what you're saying. I never thought about it like that. Yeah, like you said, I never thought
That's a
about
valid point for real.
It's like, yeah, because if I can go back, like, dude, that's the kind of overthinking I do.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Like that's where my books come from. That's the creative mind I kind of have. I think about that philosophical stuff.
Yeah.
Because I always used to, I don't want to say wrestle with God, but I would wrestle with ideas like, why can't we go back? Like, why did I hurt myself? Why can't I get another chance? Why, God? Because sometimes you had to learn a particular lesson.
Yeah.
And then later on, it makes sense. Like you was talking about, you call it Gladiator?
Gladiators.
Yeah, so
Last one.
yeah, so going through that kind of stuff, now maybe that's your job, but you had to go through the lesson the first time.
Yeah.
Because God's going to teach us, especially men. We got heavy responsibilities. So, I mean, y'all know already, but you're going to continue to learn that a lot of the stuff you go through, even the painful stuff, you're going to have a moment to minister to somebody else. And you came through it, and you did it the right way. Like you talking about family foundations. When you get married, you're going to have the perfect family because you came from one. And I'm sure you had a few good and bad days, but you learned, just like your family had to learn. So now you can do it better.
Yeah.
Because, you know, none of our parents are perfect.
Right.
And we ain't either.
Yeah.
That's facts.
It was nuts seeing my parents in the back of that courtroom because of my behavior. So we all made some mistakes. And matter of fact, I don't know why I got on the subject, but there was a moment I had to talk to them and do some forgiveness. Because, you know, some old stuff I held on to. And God has a way of bringing that back out.
Yeah.
So we have to forgive, you know, get that bitterness out, you know, with our parents, brothers, sisters. You got to fix that stuff sooner or later.
Right.
And then, you know, when you have the pure heart, it leads you to better worship too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
Exactly right.
when you walk with God, He gonna make you perfect. So it's matter of fact, since we talking about that, like, what's your background? You know, like for your fans, for the people that want to know your music and that want to know Kvng Mike. Like, who's Kvng Mike?
Kvng Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like personal for like?
Yeah, because you told me about Georgia
person?
and Florida. You know, all that made you who you are.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Who is Kvng Mike? Why should I buy his music?
Oh yeah. Well, first off, yeah, like, grew up in, like I said, 2-parent household. I got 2 siblings. A military kid. I didn't move as much as you think, but I moved like a couple times, and I had to build friendships. Like living in Georgia, I only lived there 5 years of my life. I built strong friendships, and then had to move. Yeah. So that I guess it helped me adapt to change, and Kvng Mike as an artist, I don't know, I just be real, stay true to myself. That's all it is, cause like my mom always tell me, like, not everybody gonna see the vision you see. So I just stay true to myself and true to my beliefs. Like, I don't care how much money you put in front of me or what. Like they say, I didn't mean Tyler was talking about. He asked me why I had Drake as a feature on my song. Yeah. I told him no. I don't want to be associated with God, even though Drake could be talking about or rapping about godly things on my song. It's just I don't want to associate with that. And yeah, that's what it is. Stay true to what I believe in, and that they gonna hear that in my music. Like, not going to think, like, they could definitely tell, like, it's very distinguishable. Like, my music is set apart from worldly music. Like, you can tell, oh, that's Christian rap. Like me and Ty be showing people my music, they're like, oh dang, I definitely, like, they definitely know it's Christian. Like, it's Christian music. Like, there's no doubt about it. That's who Kvng Mike is as an artist.
What made you a king? How'd you become a king?
That's a funny story.
I know. Yeah, how'd that happen?
Really, my PlayStation name. That's really what it is. PlayStation. I just carried it on. I mean, I don't look at it like king, like I'm higher than everybody. It's just I'm a king in my own life. Yeah. Like, I look at myself like I got high standards for myself. That's pretty much how it is. And people be asking me, like, where the V came from. It's really attention grabber. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You had like typos and misspellings. Yeah. It kind of catches your eye. So, but it got a V instead of an I. That's where it came from. Kvng Mike.
Kvng Mike.
Yes, sir.
Who is Tyler? The manager, Tyler. Who is this negotiator that makes all this money?
That's funny. who yeah. That's kind of a broad question.
I know. It's complicated.
In my background, like,
yeah, because I mean, what if I'm a rapper and I want you to be a manager? Who is Tyler?
That's a broad question. Well, my background, if I go on based what he said, I said before, like, I grew up in a single mom household, had 2 other siblings living with me, kind of seen, you know, how that's like, the struggle and stuff like that, and just be able to process everything my whole life, process it all, and not hold like somebody accountable for what happened and stuff like that. So just like kind of built my character, kind of having like a single mom household. Not saying you can't build character without it, but just built the type of person I am, I think, and be able to like rationalize, like, if we gotta struggle with this, being rationalized, like, at least we have it. Like, being grateful for the smaller things and stuff like that. And I think that's kind of what my background come from. And it's crazy, I never really thought about it like that. So, but who am I? I could say like I guess I'm committed. I would say I guess I'm real. Like, I'll tell you how it is, and I'll help you through it. I ain't just gonna tell you how it is and not help you through it. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm gonna give you the keys that I think will help you break, whatever, barrier that's in the way. That's kind of how I sell myself. Like, I just give you that. I'll think about it. I think I'm a quick thinker, I would say. If something problem come up, I'll be able to like come up with something to say right away.
Yeah, he agree with you.
Now, I'm not gonna argue. That's one thing. I'm not gonna argue with you, but I will debate.
Yeah.
I will debate to the point where you like, all right, either you saying like, all right, you got it, or you want to move on because you know what I'm saying, you mad or something.
So you're debating to get an answer, not to be right.
I would say it depends on the situation. I do sometimes debate to be right, but you know, just be honest, you know.
Okay.
Or I would debate, like you said, to get an answer. That's how I've always been. I grew up like that. I always wanted to get the answer for why things happen, or you know what I'm saying, like that. So, yeah. And I would say, like kind of like you, I'm an overthinker. I overthink stuff all the time, but like you said, it's a good and bad thing, because like being an overthinker, you can like break down everything in your head. You know what I'm saying? So I think I like being somebody that can think about stuff and really break down stuff quick in my head. So yeah.
It's something I've noticed. Even raising my children, my son 22, Simeon 17, my daughter's 14, and just watching them grow up, it just even made it even more clear to me that everything God gives us has a positive and a negative. It's about how you use it. Yeah. And how often you use it and when you use it. Yeah. Because like my daughter, I tell her all the time she could be a lawyer. Because her mind, she will remember, Dad, last Tuesday at 6:45 p.m., you told me I could have 3 cookies and $2. I can go to bed at 10:22 after my favorite show goes off. I'm like, how you even remember all that? So I can't even lie to my daughter.
No, you got it.
I got to be careful when I make a promise. Yeah. Because she remembers everything. Dad, last year, August 2nd, you said I can go to Kings of Men on September the 4th. Okay, I guess I did. So how do you argue with that? Yeah. So I tell her all the time, you could be a lawyer. Now the flip side is, I'm not just talking about my daughter, but the flip side is when you have that ability, you can manipulate people too.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Because that story sounds so good, you just go along with it. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, you got it. Like you said, you got it.
Or you could even hold on to hurts. Like people that wronged you, like.
Oh man, you about to make me cry now. Like I done held on to stuff for 40 years, man. Hey, you walk around bitter, like you don't even know why you mad. You just sitting there stuck. Yeah. Like y'all ever had those moments, or does the prayer get it off you?
I mean, at the end of the day, we all human. We all gonna have, you know, so we all gonna, I guess, sometimes have an unforgiving heart. I know. Yeah, none of us holier than thou, but yeah, prayer helped me with that. But you know what I'm saying, we all have our moments where we hold a grudge and stuff. But
I remember my security guard said this to me one day in high school. And this is, everybody listen to this. Pay attention to your behaviors, your chronic behaviors, some of the stuff you don't even know you're doing. Mm-hmm. This literally scared me. And I remembered this years later because I was telling my wife about it. But I used to walk down the hallway of my high school, and there was metal lockers on both sides of the wall. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know I did this. The security guard used to watch me every day. When I was walking down the hallway, I would go to this wall and bounce, just hitting the lockers, boom, boom, boom. I didn't even know I was doing it. Mm-hmm. But he told me one day, he said, yo, I watched you. I was like, okay. He said, why are you hitting the lockers? I said, what are you talking about? He said, you're hitting all the lockers. I said, no, I'm not. What are you talking about? He said, I watched you go from this wall to that wall, back and forth. You do it every day. I literally told him, you're lying. Like, what are you talking? I didn't do that. I didn't even know I was doing it. Yeah. So, you know, today with, you know, they talk mental health and all that stuff. Maybe I was going through a depressive state or some psychotic, I don't know, any one of them words they made up.
I think it was good to have somebody like like Tyler, he's somebody like that for me. Like things that I don't even see, and I realized, okay, he actually on to something. It was always good to have a friend that can see those things for you that you can't see.
Amen. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because sometimes we avoid people that check us. Yeah. So look, everybody got followers, but who can actually check you and make you better?
Like I remember back then, it's kind of funny. Right? Tyler, he would tell me like, your music sound the same. It sound all the same. I used to be, man, no it don't. Like trying to say that he was wrong. But looking back at it, it helped me in my musical career. it helped me for the better. Yeah, you need those people who gonna be real with you and honest with you. You know, it may hurt your feelings, but at the end of the day, it's gonna make you better and stronger.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
So you got people that check you?
Yeah, I mean,
besides mom.
What is it? I feel like it might be be checking me without even realizing it. Like it'd be like he probably won't say it directly, but just his actions and seeing him it's like that he kind of checked me. Like even with it was funny. Like even with getting my driver's license, that I wasn't even pressed about getting it. Whatever, I was letting it pass me by. Yeah. But being that he only 2 years younger than me, whatever, he was gearing up to get his. I'm like, dang, I'm tripping. And, so he kind of checked me in that sense, or behavior wise, so he act a certain way. I'm like, dang, I need to chill out. So sometimes he won't say it directly, but yeah. So we kind of help each other in that sense, checking each other, making sure we both grounded.
Yeah. We about to run out of time. This is what I want to say. Actually, I want y'all to feed into this. And I love the fact that y'all young leaders. But what would you say, let's say I was 18. And I was like, yo, is it fun being a young Christian? Are y'all missing anything? What if I want to go out? What if I want to party? What if I want to do this? How do you explain to a person your age, Christians do have fun? The lifestyle is lit. How do you?
I actually got a song called Christians Have Fun Too. Yeah. But it's just, we have fun in our own way. The world basically looks to the sin as fun, partying, drinking. Yeah. We just have fun. And obviously not gonna be how the world does it, but Christians have fun too. We, you know what I'm saying? We not always uptight and spiritual and stuff. We do carnal things too. But that's why I would basically tell them, invite them to a hyphen event, show them that it's the other side that people from the outside may not see.
So if I was an 18-year-old young man and I wanted to hang with you, I could have fun?
Yeah, it just depends on what you consider to be fun. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I could have fun, doing this, it depends on the people you with, you have a connection with that person. I can really do anything and have fun, we go bowling, you know what I'm saying? We go out to eat, talk, stuff like that. Or play basketball. We can do other stuff, you don't have to do, like he said, you don't have to do simple stuff to have fun,
Yeah.
So the key is the team, the support group.
Yeah.
So how do I find a support group?
Support group? Yeah. Just, are you on?
No, I would say just be open, just be what you call it? Some people I know some people come to the church and they're more reserved and they'll leave fast and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe you just stick around and not worry about they might think this way about me and stuff like that. Just stick around, go around the people that you see that how you want to be, Just hang out with them and eventually you'll be like that and you have that support group.
All right. Well, this even for the viewers and everybody that's watching this and gonna watch this in the future. I'm 18. I want to be a Christian. I want to be like y'all. How do I find y'all? How do I connect? Because I want to have fun and be saved. And I want y'all to teach me how to pray. So yeah. What church y'all go to? Let the world know.
Pentecostal Richmond is what church we go to. But you also look at my Instagram. Yeah. Instagram. I post some inspirational stuff, biblical things, and yeah.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram, Kvng Mike _ KVNG MIKE _ So,
how do I find you, sir?
Just go to his page, you'll see me.
But you the mentor. I might need a mentor.
Hey, you can go to his, check his music out. Yeah. You'll see me on there. You see your tag. Go to him. Follow him. You'll eventually find me.
So if I need a manager, can I hire you too? Or are you full-time Mike?
Nah,
I'm full-time. I'm full-time Mike.
Full-time Mike.
I'm full-time Mike right now. We gotta get to a certain point, and then it's still gonna be Mike, but I'll help you out too a little bit. You give me a couple dollars.
Hey man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Lesson for the day: support group, prayer. These young men prove that you can walk with Jesus without compromising.
Right.
They prove that your support system is important. Mm-hmm. Your church, spiritual authority, family. And you got to be vulnerable to each other because these two men hold each other accountable. And I'm 40, I'm not old, but I'm old. And I'm inspired by these men and the rest of them at the church every Sunday. Because I wish I had this when I was their age. I could have avoided some of my pitfalls. Mm-hmm. So the illegitimate game is trying to live life without God and being your own boss, your own leader, and not praying. Yeah. They kept mentioning that prayer thing. I'm gonna stick to that. I need to pray more.
Powerful.
So I appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you for having us.
Yeah, God know what He doing.
Yeah, that's right.
Peace.
There go that boy Kvng Mike.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Key to music, yeah. Gotta keep that tunnel vision. Gotta keep that tunnel vision, yeah, yeah. God, give me perseverance. Give me perseverance. So I won't give it, yeah, yeah. Yeah, gotta keep that tunnel vision. Yeah. Gotta keep that tunnel vision, yeah, yeah. God, give me perseverance. Give me perseverance. So I won't give it, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I won't give it. Gotta get it in my bag. Okay. Gotta get it in my bag, yeah, yeah. Gotta add it to my bag. Add it to my, hold up. Gotta add it to my bag, yeah, yeah. Gotta add it to my bag. I've been through the pain, I've been hurt in the past, didn't know what to do. I hit rock bottom. Low self-esteem, wanted to change so bad. Felt like Jonah, I ran from my problem. And I felt discouraged when I didn't meet my goals. Never wanted me to give up, wanted me to fold. He told me this music stuff started to get old. But I had to step out of it, I had to be bold. I didn't know if I should go that way. I didn't know if I should go this way. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't really know where should I go. So I give it all to Jesus. Yeah, I give it all to Jesus. Give it all to Jesus, yeah, yeah. Had to trust and believe Him. Had to trust and believe Him. Trust and believe Him, yeah, yeah. So that gave me tunnel vision. Yeah. Gotta keep that tunnel vision, yeah, yeah. God, give me perseverance. Give me perseverance. So I won't give it, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I won't give it. Gotta get it in my bag. Okay. Gotta get it in my bag, yeah, yeah. Gotta add it to my bag. Add it to my, hold up. Gotta add it to my bag, yeah, yeah. Gotta add it to my bag. I be in the zone. Giving glory to the one who sits on the throne. Never leave, never say me no, I'm not alone. Plus I got my sister and my bros. This world can't overtake me, this is not my home. Life's so much better when you get that through your dome. God give me a call and I ain't talking telephone. I ain't talking telephone. Nah, gotta keep that tunnel vision. Gotta keep that tunnel vision, yeah, yeah. God, give me perseverance. Give me perseverance. So I won't give it, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I won't give it. Gotta get it in my bag. Gotta get it in my bag, yeah, yeah. Gotta add it to my bag. Add it to my, hold up. Gotta add it to my bag, yeah, yeah. Gotta add it to my bag.